Hi everyone, I'm Ebony. Welcome to my channel where we talk about health, entrepreneurship, and self-care. The reason for this video today is because I think it's time for a huge mind shifting. Looking at the positives to everything in life right now and just shifting to get things back on track to where they originally should have been before we got off track with all this worldly stuff that's going on. Yes, we are currently going through a pandemic, but I do feel like this was a smack that we all needed, and I think we need to all take the time to think about the positives that we can take from this opportunity right now. Yes, I'm not saying that this is good. There's people dying. There's so much bad things. There's so much negativity that's coming along with this. People are losing family. But for the people who can kind of see the positives to things in life, I think this is the time for us to take advantage and get back to where we truly need to be. I think we need to let go of procrastination. I think it's time to get down and focus on things that we really need to focus on that are important. Our passions, what we want to do in life. The time is now. There's not a perfect time than now. Mind you, back in 2017, I recorded a video. I never edited it. I never posted it or anything. I used to always think about what people would think about me. I think it was more negative self-talk to myself than the actual perception that others would even take from what I have to offer. So I think it's time to just do a complete mind shifting all the way. We need to go strictly to remaining positive and staying in positive vibes to just make it through these tough times that we have going on right now. So I feel like it was my time to make this video. It was meant to be. Whoever sees this video and it resonates with them, it was meant to be. The time is now. Now, I do have a few pointers that I feel like will be very helpful for us to make a little bit of more forward action steps. The first action step I would say to take is do some movement. Take some action. For years, I have been studying and taking notes and just watching inspirational videos. What's the point of having that information if you're not going to do anything with it? You're going to just be smart for no reason, and you're just honing it in, and you're not helping others when you could possibly be giving them information that they truly need. We're not the only ones out here who need it, so take the action and let's help others. Two, I think that we should spend a little bit of time alone. Everyone doesn't have the time to, you have your children, especially everyone's home right now. But if you do have a little bit of time, I think it's important for you to get to know yourself a little bit more. I also think it's important for you to meditate, speak to your higher, whoever you speak with, pray, ask for guidance, anything that you might need to help you towards finding out what your passion could be. I remember someone asked me, why don't you take the time out to figure what you actually like to do? But when you're stuck in the normal society, you don't have time to think about that. Like, I didn't know what they meant at that time. So I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So I think that when people say passion, it's not so far-fetched as everyone makes it seem. I honestly, in my personal opinion, I think your passion is, we're all put on this earth to serve others. What can you do to help others? An important way that you can make an impact on the world. Whether that be doing YouTube, whether that be in coaching, whether that be in just anything out there to where you're just being kind and you're genuinely trying to help others. That's what I feel like my form of a passion is. So that kind of helped me to figure out what I wanted to do outside of the normal society world. One more thing that ties into step 2 of spending your time alone is to figure out what works best for you. I know a bad habit of mine could be always asking my friends or my family, what should I do? How the hell are they gonna know what I should do? Only I know what I should do. And that's why you need to take that time to go within yourself and to ask these questions and to figure out what really works best for you, because no one else is gonna have the answers for you but you. Tip number 3 is to be around people who want the same goals. It's hard to break away from old habits, from breaking away from your friends. the thing about it is, where I learned it's not really white or black, there's more gray areas. It's not like you have to fully, completely like cut people off, but there's a time and place for everything. So I feel like being around people, joining Facebook groups, they've helped me a lot. There's a lot of entrepreneurs and people who are just like me and want to do the same thing that I'm trying to do. And what they do is this can give you helpful feedback. If you have any questions, these are people who are literally in the same steps as you right now. They're not better or under you. Everyone's the same. So it's just helpful to just put yourself out there and ask questions and just get advice from people who are trying to move forward and do better with themselves. So it's just easier to be in an environment like that. I found it was helpful in those groups to find accountability partners. The reason why I truly need an accountability partner is because I procrastinate a lot. And when it's anything that has to do outside of my comfort zone, I'll push that back, because once I feel that pit in my stomach that I'm not comfortable with it, I won't do it. So now that I have some people who are holding me accountable, when we come back and we have our weekly conversations, I want to be able to come forth too with stuff that I've done. I wouldn't feel good if I come to our conversation and they checked everything off their list and I'm still like, oh, well, yeah, I did the 1 or 2 things, but I didn't do the main thing on my list. It would make me feel like how I need to feel, which is I'm holding myself back. There's no other reason for it. And it's so crazy as human beings that we are so afraid to be great, but the whole unknowing of everything is very scary, and I think this is something that we need to get past, and I feel like we can do it. I just feel like we need to take small steps to get us to where we need to be. So those are just a couple of steps that I came up with that hopefully can be a little bit more helpful for you. I do feel like we just need to remain positive. Just please keep in mind to try to be kind to others. Just try to be patient. We are all going through the same thing right now, just in different ways. I do feel like we need to stay positive. We need to keep them high vibrations and high positive thoughts. This is the only way that we'll be able to get through these times, because we truly need it and we truly need each other. So if this video resonated with you, please comment below and hit the like button. I will see you guys soon.